As always, it is so great to have you here, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy out there, but most importantly, that you're staying sane during the holidays. Anyways, today we're making another pasta dish, and one that I consider to be one of the best tasting ones. We're talking creamy saffron spaghetti. This is known in Spain as Espaguetis a la Crema de Azafrán. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with so many beautiful flavors, made with just a handful of ingredients, and all done in a little over 20 minutes. Folks serve this pasta as a starter, like they do in Spain, or even as a side dish, next to some grilled chicken or grilled fish. Either way, enjoy an extra crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish wine for the ultimate dining experience. Alright, let's just dive right into this recipe. I'm going to fill a stock pot with some water. You want to go to a little over the halfway point. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. While the water's heating, let's start making our creamy saffron sauce. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion and roughly chop 5 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add in the chopped ingredients into the fry pan. And we'll mix them around continuously, that way everything evenly sautés. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the onion is nice and translucent, we'll add in a generous tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is about 10 grams. And we'll continue to mix this continuously and go for about 1 to 2 minutes here. This is enough time to cook off the flavor in the flour, that way it doesn't overpower the sauce. After about 2 minutes, we'll add in 3/4 cup of milk, which is 180 milliliters. I'm using low-fat milk here, but you can also use full-fat, non-fat, or even a plant-based one. And we'll also add in 3/4 cup of vegetable broth, which once again is 180 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even beef broth if you like. And we'll pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Link where you can get the golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And we'll gently mix this continuously and go for about 3 to 4 minutes or until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After about 4 minutes and we've achieved a slightly creamy sauce, you can always tell when your sauce has the right texture. You just run a spoon through it, and if you can see the bottom of the pan, you have it right on the money. At this point, I'm going to season it with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix. That way the seasonings are well mixed into the sauce. And then we'll lower it to a low heat. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. As you can see, the water's now at a boil, so it's time to add in the pasta. I'm using spaghetti here, but you can use whatever pasta you like. I'm going to grab 8 ounces, which is 225 grams, and add it into the boiling water. And as always, when you're working with spaghetti, it's not going to be all coated in the water, no big deal. You just gently mix it around, and within a few seconds, it'll all be coated. You know the old saying, if you have to break spaghetti, what is the point in using it? And also, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get it every 2 minutes or so, that way the spaghetti doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. And as the pasta's cooking, make sure to go back to the sauce and give it a gentle mix once in a while. After about 10 minutes, and that pasta's perfectly cooked al dente, important to check the package instructions in the pasta you're using. I'm going to start transferring it directly from the stock pot into the pan with the creamy saffron sauce. And like I've told you in the past, it's okay if a little of that starchy water gets into the sauce, as it helps that sauce keep its beautiful creamy goodness. Then we'll turn off the heat and give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll remove the pan from the stovetop. Finally grate in 1/2 cup of cheese, which is 60 grams. I'm using a Spanish Manchego that's been aged for 6 months, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And we'll also add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is about 8 grams. And we'll give it one final mix until everything's well mixed together. And like I've told you before, when you're working with cream sauces, you always want to add in the cheese at the end. If you add it in there when the pan's too hot, it's going to start separating the fats in the cheese and it's going to lose its beautiful creamy goodness. Then we'll transfer some of the pasta into a serving dish. Top it off with a kiss of sweet smoked Spanish paprika and some fresh parsley. Check it out, creamy saffron spaghetti, Espaguetis a la Crema de Azafrán. Super easy to make, such a beautiful presentation, and all done in a little over 20 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. As always, folks, now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how this turned out. It looks absolutely amazing. Big bite, here we go. First things first, that creamy sauce has such a great texture to it and the flavors with the saffron really shining through and the spaghetti perfectly cooked al dente in my opinion. Nothing worse than overcooked pasta. You saw this, very easy to make, done a little over 20 minutes. Once again, serve it as a starter like you do in Spain or even as a side dish. Either way, with that first taste, this just might be, and in my opinion, one of the best pasta dishes in the world. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Sam Cohen, Kent Anderson, Grace Suarez, and Amy Martinez. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below. And as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.